Colibri pen lighter. Never done a video on this. I've only worked on one before, excuse me. I don't know if wheel spins freely, so okay. Let's see here. I'm predicting we got a plugged up flint chamber here. Yeah, we do. You can see it in there. Let's see here. Sometimes the best ways to deal with that are the quickest ways. I remember I've bored them out before in the day, and looks like that'll work. Don't have a hammer with me, but let me see what I got here. Pair of pliers. Alright. You should be able to see. That's stuff down in there, so I'm going to go offside here on my rubber mat. And I'm going to give that a tap. Hopefully just knock that out. Let me see if I can dig it out a little bit. I knocked it down, knocked it loose, but just knocked it down to the bottom here. There we go. I'll plug it off camera because I want to. Alright, well, we got a hole through there. And we're good. While I'm at it, we'll put a good high quality flint in there. The flints I use, guys, are the best quality you can purchase. They're made by the company that actually developed the flint, or the ferro rod, whatever you want to call it. Place out of Austria. You can buy them online, Tribacher, can't remember the exact name of it, but I think the only place you can get them is it's overseas. The guy charges about $10 a pack for 100, $12 shipping, but the more you buy, the cheaper they are, and it's still a deal. And to be honest with you, I'm thinking that, you guys seen downhill flints, of course they're a particular size that you got to use for the roller gas, but I'm pretty sure that it's the same flints that Dunhill have that company make for them. So let's see what we got here. everything on these two. You see these two O-rings here on the base. These O-rings got a seal because actually the gas comes up through this tube. Alright, that part's fixed. We're done there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right down in there, in the very center, is a clip. It has to be taken off. Let me get that off right. There we go. There's the clip. Now I'm thinking, here we go. It slides out like that. Don't lose the clip. Now, what we got here is just the kind of a little adjustment wheel here. Now, that's got a little clip on it too. Just kind of slips in there. Alright. I think what I want to do is, before I go any further, let me check the gas valve in it. See if it's getting any butane low. Because I tried the other day, but I don't think my tank had enough butane in it. Okay, it's full. Alright, it's plugged up. Yeah. It's plugged up pretty good. I know I'm bumping this camera here, but I gotta check in there. There's a sponge in there, and it looks like it's good. But I still have to take this off. Trying to figure out. Take a look at this. Well, that's a screen. You can't tell, but that's a little bitty screen. Get that little brass piece out of there. That's what sits on top of the sponge. Now we got the sponge coming out. Right there's the sponge. See how thick that is? That's why, guys, I use the sponges with holes in it. Look at there. I think there's another sponge in there. Oh, yeah. Look at how thick the sponge is on that. That's really thick. Now, I'm going to put some gas in here and see if, well, it comes out here. It comes out this end, so we're not plugged up there. I'm going to have to cut some sponges, guys, on this. But let me show you something on this valve here. Alright. Check this out. See a little hole in the bottom? Gas comes through there. And when you turn that on, it basically lifts that up. And underneath this is a stopper, plugs that hole up. So I got to open this thing up. I got to take this out. You can probably see there's just a little bit of surface area in there. This part right here is basically pressed into the body. You know, I really hate working on stuff like that because, you know, sometimes they come out and sometimes they don't. Not so easy anyway. So I've got to try to find the best way possible to see if I can get in here and boy. I'm thinking that. Okay. Well, that's a small area. I don't know. Got to have some light on this. Oh, these jaws are pretty. I could very well break that. Boy. You know what? Right now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that stopper on. All I'm going to do is just change this whole ring here. Because there's a good chance that stopper's still good, and I might tear this lighter up, and this basically looks new. And the only reason it was plugged up is because of this filter here. Thickness of those filters, it just doesn't allow much gas to come in and get plugged up. This is, I could tell it, this is a little hard, a little flat. .86. I think I can go to an 8 .8 quart size on that. If that's the case, I'm thinking this will probably work. 3OD .86. 3OD with a .8 cord thickness. Yeah, I can go that. I'm pretty sure this will work. Looks a little bigger. Only one way to find out if it'll work. If it'll screw in here. Actually, it does. Snug too. Actually, that's going to work real good. I'm going to take it. I'm just going to. Give me a second here. All right. Now, I need some sponges. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these sponges. I'm going to put a hole in them. Because they're clean, they're good. They just need a hole in them. You say, why a hole? Well, you know, if the sponge gets a little plugged up, it'll still allow butane to come through it. So I need about I need a real small hole. Let's see if I gotta get up here. Too much stuff stacked on this desk. That's a 1. I'm gonna go with a 1mm hole. I think that will do the job. Okay, let me unplug this 1mm hole first. There's a little hole in that one. And there's a little hole in that one. Okay. There's my sponges. Now, let's put the sponges back in. Alright. Let's put a screen on top of that. Okay. Put the little brass thing back in there. That little disc kind of just bends to this here screws and turns. It screws and turns on top of that little brass disc. And the little brass disc compresses the sponge. So let's just save you from kind of tearing the sponge up. Now, this point on, I need to just a second here. A lot of gas seems to be coming out of there. Alright. A little gas coming out of there now. I didn't lift up on that before, but let's turn that down. Yeah, it's getting a little better. Try that. Getting down. See where we're at now. That's good. Okay. That's good. So what I want to do now is just check, make sure there is no bubbles coming out of here. Make sure that stopper's working. You know, when you're checking for bubbles, guys, make sure you leave that in there a minute or so. The reason I say that is sometimes it might take a little bit for a small micro bubble to pop out of there. I had that happen on them Ronson, that blue Ronson lighter I was working on. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Now, all right. See how that slots is in there? Now, I got that set. Well, I got that down kind of far. You know what? I want to show you something here. If you notice this collar right here that the clip went through. This little clip right here goes through there, okay, to hold this on. Well, when I got that turned down, you see how the collar's not poking up through there now? I'll tell you what that means you gotta do. You gotta add another sponge in there. Okay? Because what I need to do is take that down or raise that up enough. So, because I had it screwed down to shut the gas off. And you notice that I took these sponges out here, or these little bitty, you know, I just call them a spacer, so to speak. But I need to get another sponge or something underneath there, and I think I can do something that with what I got right here. That's the only way I'm going to be able to time that, you know, so I can get the height on that. I need to put that little clip on there. You know. Alright, let me look here. See what I'm dealing with. These are used, but I just need spacer. Actually might use I'm going to cut these to the right height, or the right width. I think I got that over here. Alright, there we go. So we gotta take the brass one out of there. Let me measure that brass. It's about 3. This is 2.5. Yeah. Now I've got to get my 3mm. It'll be in here somewhere. It's 3.5. Got here. That's 2. There's 3. I bought these. See these? I don't like them punches. They don't have very sharp edges. Buy these here. They got sharp edges. See? This in here. Not so much. I must have I must have my 3mm over here somewhere, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll go with this 2.5. We'll spend all my time. Videos are getting to be so freaking. I had to go back to these nation videos, so they're, you know, worth looking at. I couldn't even hardly stand to look at that Ronson video, but I already did it. I didn't want to redo it. I mean, I had a dual recording thing, and maybe I could post another one. I used the MP4 setting on it, trying to make my downloads a little bit quicker, but made them quicker, but boy, that was awful. Alright. No sense I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many times I've watched it. I found a video that I want to watch on YouTube, I can't remember, you know, and just, I couldn't watch it. You know, the video quality of it was just terrible. And I know some people can't afford expensive cameras. I understand that, so, you know, it is the way it is. Do the best with what you got. Okay. get that to lay flat. Mash it down. Here we go. Okay. Now, you might have to try this several times until you get the correct height. It's just the way it works. I remember that I had that. This is kind of, I remember that the last time I had to do the same thing. Now that, you know, that's why they had all that thickness in there, you know, on that, on them I can hear it coming out pretty good, so hear it coming out again. Not so much now, so let's see where we're at. Yeah, it still needs adjusted down. Getting down there. Might still be in the same position as I was before. It's a little better. Matter of fact, I think I could work with that. Well, maybe. Let me look. Put the magnifiers on. I need to come up a little bit more. So I gotta put another seal in there. I gotta find one that's a little thicker. Going to go with I'm gonna go with this red one. I'll cut that down a little bit. Stick it in there. Actually, I'm gonna cut a hole in that one. Punch that one out. Got my 1mm punch over here. Somewhere. It's two. There it is. All right. I'm thinking that'll be all I need. Except this one's got a couple metal screens on it. I'm just going to pull them off. All these days I hope to source some new filters rather than tear up a butane lighter, disposable butane lighter to get what I need. I'm going to work on a better lighting system. I got a new LED over there. Eight-inch in diameter, but I think I need to go with a 12. Okay. Let's see what we got now. We might. I'm just going to go ahead and adjust this tight right now. That seems pretty tight. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Might be too tight now. There's a small flame there. I've got enough adjustment there. Let's see what happens now. Now there's a small one. All right. Let's see if we get about a maximum flame here. Well, that seems pretty good. That's pretty high there. Now let me look at this and see if I can figure out which way be able to turn it down. I'll go with it opening up a little bit more. I'll go about midway, I guess. Doggone it. Get in there. Alright, I gotta raise that up a little bit. No, I got it crimped. Let me get if I end up breaking my blade. There, maybe that'll work. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. I think you can see this here? This little nub right here. That's the stopper. I'm on a pretty high flame, but I'm going to leave myself a little bit of room to turn it more. Yet there's plenty of room to shut it down. Let me test the flame length again before I we'll leave that mediocre. We'll go with mediocre. Alright, what holds that on? Now I need to get the put it in here, right? Let me look in here for a minute. Alright. Just a second here. Alright, now you gotta put that back on. Yeah. Actually, it's not really as hard as it looks, but you just gotta get it situated for right. It's the hardest part, just getting it in there laying right. You got to get some of these tweezers, guys, that are non-magnetic, all right? You got to, because otherwise you're going to pick something up like that, and next thing you know, you let go of it and it's stuck to your tweezers. I got it in there, but let's try it. Let's try it like this. I got it in position. You can see that. I just got to get a screwdriver and move it over. I think I got it. Let's give it a shot here. Hold on here, man. Okay. You know, usually I had to pull on the other one. There it is. There it is. Hey, look at there. I'll tell you what. That's nice. You just push it, turn it off. I'm going to put some alcohol in this fill valve. You know, guys, I think this lighter was pretty much new. I mean, sometimes, you know, when them guys get them, these lighters, they'll have flints and stuff in them, and they don't ever take the flints out to store them, and they get left in the box 20, 30 years. Next thing you know, the flint's all decomposed, like it was in this one. We're good. We're good. Anyway. These are actually kind of handy for little pipe smokers. If it wasn't for the fact it's a two-handed lighter. These are actually very, very nice lighters. Just, matter of fact, let me fill this up. Well, let me empty it out. Sometimes you see how it was sputtering a little bit. Well, that's what happens when you get air in it. Now you got to get down to the point where wasting a lot of butane there, but we're good. When you press that down with your bleeder, and out comes liquid butane, you're full. Then you can just press it in there real quick and shoot it one more time to fill it up. Colibri. Pen lighter. Very nice. Actually, it's pretty decent quality. What it is, like for the size of it, it's got a weight to it, so you know they've used good quality components, even though this one here says Colibri Korea. This is still as good as the one I've seen that was marked Colibri Japan, I believe it was. So, very, very nice shape. Very kind of attractive lighter if you need something to put in your pocket, you know. And pipe smoker, I think this would work good for a pipe smoker or maybe even a cigar. If somebody wants to light a cigar, I think it'd be real handy for pipe smoker. You know, it's kind of like maybe just using a match, so to speak, you know. done, just click it in. Very nice. All right, guys. That's it.